Hi all. Today let's discuss on forms and types of forms as well as tabs, sections and iframes in forms.
I need to create a forms. So why we need forms? So if you see, if you go for any bank or anywhere, so you will be having a forms. So you need to fill the forms. In the same way, here also we will give some form structure. And if you see W3 schools, in that we are having some forms here you see. So in the same way, we will create our own forms. Here you see first name, last name, we will fill and we will submit, right? And this application will be submitted to the backend. Okay, and this information will be sent to as I told you, right, this is db2, so it will send to the server and it will go to the db2 database. Once you click on submit, it will go to database. In the same way, once we save the information, our data will be saved in the dataverse. Here it will save in internal server. Okay, so if you want to do the same structure, what you do in html, here you need to write a logic. So if you want to take, suppose notepad plus plus I am taking. I'm just installing Notepad++. Okay. Suppose the same code I need to copy and I need to save this. This is for example I am showing you. Okay. Desktop test.html. I'm just giving test.html. So I am saving this as HTML. And what happens? So in order to reflect that particular form, you need to write this code. So in order to see this form, whatever you are seeing here, right? In order to see these fields, you are writing this code. Okay, you need to write this code and you need to do the modifications as per your like HTML forms it is there, right? So here you can take whatever the naming convention you want, no, some HTML forms. So you just say out the name of this and you need as per your business. Just come here, refresh, and you see if you open test, see it is in my local. Okay, in my local it got saved, and here you will fill whatever the information you want and you will save it, Prithvi, and then you will give Prithvi and submit. So this information will be saved in the database, but see here your file cannot be accessed because I have not chosen any database. I just created a form and I am using it. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, in the same way, we need to create our own form. So if you go to any place, any banker somewhere, they will ask you to create a form and submit it. So we will look into it later. In the same way, we need to create our own form for our business. So how to create a forms, I will show you now. So now we created an entity. Inside an entity, we need to create a form. So how many types of forms are available? Main form, card form, quick create form and quick view form. Mostly we will use main form. We will use mostly. After that, we sometimes we use quick create and quick view form. Sometimes we used to create based on the requirements. Card form is nothing but they will use for mobile. We will not use this form. So take a main form here. If you want to see how many types of forms you see here, by default, when you create an entity, these three forms got created: main form, card form, and quick view form. Quick create form, we need to create it manually. Okay, and if you want to use this main form, you can use it. Okay, how to use it? You need to see here, refresh. But see, I have not taken in a sitemap, so that entity will be not available here. Employee entity is not able to see here because I didn't add it to a sitemap. I will show you at a time how to add it to a sitemap once I did this customizations. Okay, so now in main form, I need to do some modifications. Okay, before that, let me show you in sitemap only. That will be more easy. First, let me add to a sitemap. So how to go to the sitemap? So same thing. Again, I am showing you settings, advanced settings, same in solution only, but I'm opening another tab. And here settings, you go for solutions. Again, now sitemap is added here, right? Go to the sitemap and open this sitemap. Okay, or else if you are not sure about here, just come back Same in Lenovo solution, you added already model driven app, right? So in this model driven app, you can double click on it. It will open the sitemap editor. Okay. So after opening this, here you need to click on sitemap and see any, here we didn't add the employee entity. So just select here sitemap and add here entity under which under LSM services, I need to add one entity called sub area, and here I will choose entity. Here you choose employee entity, save it and publish this. So it is mandatory to publish. Save and close. And now here you come and see if employee entity got added here. So once it is got added, then click on save and publish. Then now after publishing, you can directly click on play here, or else you can refresh the page here. Anything is fine. So see here, employees got added. So click on employees. Okay. Now here, this is a views. I will tell you views in next sessions. Then you will understand what is this views. Right now, no data is there because we didn't created any data. We just added the employees. But if you see accounts, by default, Microsoft has given some dummy data. And if you want to use it, you can use this. All active accounts, if you see, there are multiple, 1 or 2 records are there with active. If you want to see active and inactive records, all are there. So this is a views. Okay, whatever I am adding, seeing here, these all are views. How to create these views, I will show you in next topics. But for now, see here, this is a data which Microsoft has given some dummy data here. Okay, but for employees, no data is being created because this is a new entity which we created. And if you want to create a new data, then you need to click on new. Okay, you see only name and owner here, nothing else is there because this is a new entity. They will just give only 1 or 2 fields. And if you want to edit this, then go to customizations page, Lenovo solution, go to entities, go to employees, forms, open the main form. Now you are working, this is a main form. Whatever you see here, that is a main form. So see here, only name and owner is there in the main form. That is why you see only these 2 fields. Now, what else we have in forms? We have okay, let us see one by one. I will okay, first we will complete. This is the main form. Okay, in this main form I can add the fields. I will show you how to add the fields, and next we will see we create form, how to do it. Create form. So before going to create form, let me show you first forms. Under forms we have tabs. In tabs we have sections, and sections we have fields or attributes. So this is a form. Okay, this form we are having a tabs. Okay, how to create the tabs or how to edit the tabs will show you. So here this is a form. In this form, this is a tab. General you are seeing, right? This is one tab. Okay, if you open this, double click on it, it will open you, or click on form properties, change properties, it will give you, this is a tab. General is one tab. If you want to create a tab, how to create a tab, I will show you. So if you see here, there is an insert option, and there is 3-column tab, 2-column tab, and 1-column tab. Okay, this is a 1-column tab. And suppose if you want to add a 2-column tab here, click on 2 columns and add a tab here. So see here, it got added as a tab. Okay, and suppose now it is giving us tab but not, and if you want to add 3-column tab, click on 3-column tab also, and you see 3-column tab get added, and it is middle one is with 50% and 25% and 25%, and if you want only 50% all 3, then click on Control Z, it will remove, and again you can add here. See here, 3 are equal, so you can take equal tabs, equal sections. So in tab you see there is section 1 and section 2. Here in tab you see there are 3 sections. Okay, this is called 3-column tab. Okay, 1 column tab, 2 column tab, and 3 column tab is there. Now let me give the meaningful naming conventions to these tabs. So for 2 column tab, I am giving. I want to show you. So here, click on this tab, okay, and double click on this tab, or else there is another way. You can select this, and here there is an option. Go to home. Here you need to select home and click on change properties. Both are same. Okay, and here you see label is tab. See, name can be anything, and here the label is important. This tab should be renamed with what we can say. This should be renamed with employee or EMP details. Let me take EMP details. Okay, show this label on the form. If you select this, it will show on the form. If you didn't select this, it will not show on the form. Okay, click on employee details, and this tab name I need to give it as, suppose, some business I am giving. Okay, I'm giving this tab name as some business. Okay, and one more tab, let me add to one more tab, insert. I want, suppose, 2 column tab. I can add this 2 column tab, and if I want to move little above, you can move to little above here. Okay, and business I am taking it to last tab, and here you can select this tab name. So this tab name I am giving as employee information, EMP information I am giving. Okay, and you can click on OK. Okay, now this tab also got added. And what you need to add in these tabs? So you need to add some fields into these tabs. So already some fields are available right now. First of all, I will not create any fields. I will show you with the existing fields. I will show you tomorrow how to create a fields when we are into field topic. So these are called fields. So created on, created by, modified on, modified by, name, owner, business unit, status, status reason. These are the system fields. Okay, so these are system fields which is given by Microsoft by default when you create an entity. Okay, just for trial purpose, I am just adding some fields and I am going to show you. How it looks on the form, I am just going to show you. And you see here there is a footer part. Okay, and here there is an header part. Any form will be having header and footers. Okay, and if you double click on it, you can see it here. If you want to add something to this form, and you can add it here on the header part. Okay, modified by, I'm adding to header. And if you want to add something to the footer part, you can select the footer part as well. Okay, and you can see here home. In header, if you click, it will take header part. If you select footer, it will take to footer part. And if you want to add something over here, and you can take it to footer also. Okay, now let us save this and publish. So whatever the changes you did to this form, you need to save here. There is a button called save. Click on save and publish here. So now in forms we are having tabs, and we created the tabs, and in tabs, inside the tabs you see section, 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 section. So one tab will be having multiple sections or one section. It depends on what you choose. Suppose here you see in 1 column tab there is one section, general section. In 2 column tab there is employee, 2 sections. But I didn't change the naming conventions. I will show you how to change it. Okay, now let me see publish is completed or not. Okay, publish is completed. If you see here, publish is completed. Once it will load, once you click on publish, and it will finish this job. Once it is finished, you need to go to the form. So go to the here employee form, just refresh the page. So you see here, this is one employee details tab, and this is employee information tab, and this is business tab. So these are the tabs. General is one tab, and you see there is one section, name and owner, and we cannot see the name because I will tell you how to see that name. And you see here there is 2 sections, and here employee 2 sections, business 3 sections. So this is a 3 column tab, this is a 2 column tab, and the second one is also 2 column tab, and this is single column tab. Okay. And now let's see one more difference. Now suppose assume I want to, there is there will be sometimes requirement you need to hide this business. So I don't want business tab right now to be displayed here. But in form backend it can be there. I want to use it for future purpose, I can use it. But for now I don't want it, and I want employee details as 2 column and employee information as 3 column. Sometimes the requirement will be like this. Then what you need to do, see here there is a business. Okay, you need to double click on this business. Instead of deleting this section, and if you want to use it for future, there is an option here you see visible by default. So this one you need to uncheck it. Okay, for business I am unchecking it. Okay, I mean I don't want to see this visible by default. Now I made it as hide. Okay, and no section names is given to any of these tabs. So for employee information, I'm now see here only two column section is a employee tab. So now I'm making this 2 column section to 3 column section. Employee information I'm making to 3 column. So if sometimes double click won't work, then you need to click on change properties and 3 column section. You see here formatting, and you can see here 1 column 2 column. Right now it is 2 column. Now I am making it to 3 column section, and you can click on it. Now employee information got added to 3 sections, and this will be hidden, and this one we can give naming convention. Okay, now employee information I am just giving section names for employee information. Okay, for all I am not giving. And you see here, now you selected this tab, then you can edit this tab. If you select this particular section, you can edit this section itself. So now double click on it or else click on change properties, both are same. Okay, and you can give your section name here. What will be the section name? I am giving emp information, right? Emp info hyphen 1. So employee information hyphen 1. So section name I am just giving as employee info 1. Okay, and copy this, and you see here show the label of this section on the form. If I click on this, then only it will show the label on the form. Okay, and try again second option. I'm just giving employee info hyphen 2 and click on show this label on the form. Then it will show. Okay, now you see here section. Here I will take a section name, but I will not change any name. Okay, employee information hyphen 3 I am giving here, and I am not selecting this show label this section. Okay, I am not selecting this. Then it should not show on the form. So let me save this. Okay, now let me save and publish till here. We'll see other changes later. Okay, now it is published. Now come to the form and refresh this once. So now you see business tab I was hidden here, and you see here there is no business tab available here because I was unchecked this option here. That is the reason it is not able to see here. Okay, visible by default I have making it as hidden. In future if I want to make it as visible, then I will select this option and it will be visible for my business. Okay, and you see here now employee details tab, and you can't see the section names because for employee details I have not given any section name, and if you want to see this section, this option is not showing there. That is why it is not visible. Now in employee information, see here employee info 1 is showing, employee info 2 is showing, but you see there is no section 3 is not showing up here because I made it this visible hidden. Or show this label on the form, click on OK, and you add some field here. Actually there is some created on, just add it, and now try to remove this. Sorry, now this field will be shown, but that tab will not show because sorry, that section will not show. Let it publish, refresh this. Now employee info 1 it will show, employee info 2 it will show, employee info 3 will not show, but that field it will show. See here field is showing, but this name it is not showing there because I haven't selected this option here. Now I will select this option, that will be shown. Okay, for now keep it like that. I will tell you again. And now my requirement is now I want to show the info section info 3 in that part, and I want to hide this employee information too. So previously I have hidden tab. Now I want to hide the section also. Now we can show or hide the tabs, or we can show or hide the sections. So how to hide the section? So right now employee info 1 and employee info 3 I need to show, but info 2 I need to hide it. Then there is an option you see here. If in section also we have visible by default. So you need to uncheck this property and click on OK. Now this should be hidden. So for now, two things. One is employee info 3 should be shown and employee info 2 should be hidden. Now, okay, now you can save this. And you see, now if you want to change this general tab to 2-column section, then what you need to do? Now you see here, in general, you see only 1-column section. But assume there are 2 or 3 other fields. I want to make it as 2-column section. Till now here you see only 1-column section. Right now I am going to make this as 2-column section. How to do it? So click on this general, double click on it and go to formatting and make it to 2 columns. So this 1 column got here 2 columns. See, 1 section only, but 2 columns. Okay. Modified by, let me take this and save it. Now publish. In one section itself, I am making it as 2 columns. See, tab you can make 2-column section, and section you can make 2-column section. And now published is done. Just refresh it. At a time, I am showing you multiple scenarios here. See, now this is a 2-column section, and you can select these options also here. Like whoever is modifying, it will give their modification name. See, this information will fill. So this is 2-column section, and this here 1-column section, but 2-column. In one tab we are having 2 sections, and you see here we cannot see the refresh. Now you see here employee information. You are not able to see this EMP info 2 because I have hidden this. You can see only employee information 1 and employee information 3. And here you cannot see the section names in employee details because I didn't give any information here in employee details. If you want to give that information also, you will double click on it and you will give the naming conventions. So here just EMP details -1 and you will click on show. And here also you will give EMP details 2 and we will click on show this label. Okay, and here I am going to make it visible. My requirement is again I need to visible this employee details too. Click on this, save it, publish. Now refresh this. Now you come and see here in employee details 1 is there and employee details. Okay, I gave both same naming conventions, that is why it is showing here like this. Both are 2 sections and you see here now 3 are visible. Okay, any doubts still here? Okay, so in the same way now we have seen 1-column, 2-column tabs is completed, and we have seen the sections, and these are fields or attributes. There is one session it will take for fields or attributes. These are nothing but fields, name, modified, unmodified by, these all are fields, and whatever you are seeing here right in the form, so these all are fields created by name, this information, whatever we are fielding, these are each one is one field. Okay, or attribute we can call this field, we will call as attribute in our CR. Next. Okay, now this is a main form. Till now we discussed about the form, which is a main form. As I told you right here, we just discussed on a main form. Now second form we will use it as card form is not that much mandatory. So we will see the quick create form. Quick view form I will explain you after the relationships, because there should be a relationship in order to show this quick view form. Then I will show you once we are done with the relationships. Right now we will see about quick create form. Okay, so what is a quick create form? So in order to create a quick create form, okay, before going quick create, okay, before going quick create, I will just give you some more options which are available here. Okay, after that I will move on to quick create. Now here you see change properties we have seen, header we have seen, footer we have seen, right? So what will come under header I will show you. So here you see admin, okay, modified by, this is a header part. Okay, and if we are adding something to the footer, it will be on the form. Here you can see in a footer part, if there is something on a footer, if you want to choose it, it will show in a footer part as well. Okay, right now you see here modified by is there here, modified by, and it is showing it here in a header part. Okay, and next is business rules. We will get a separate concept of business rules. Here form properties, how it will help for you a form properties is, if you want to change the name of this employee or information, this information name can be changed to something else, and you can, this form name will be, if whatever you are going to change this to information to something else, that will be the form name. Okay, and here enable security rules is all will be showing later. Next is insert part. So sections you are aware, suppose if you want to add some sections to this, suppose for this business if I want to add one more section, here you see one column section, two column section, three column section, four column section. So here you are having one column tab, two column tab, three column tab. In the same way, here you are having how many column sections you need. Suppose in employee details or employee info. Okay, in employee info, I need one more section. Then what I need to do, how many column section you are required? Suppose one column section I am needed. I will take here one column section. Okay, or if you want, suppose in the same two column section, then I will take it as two columns. It will be like this, two column section like this. Or if you want for difference, let me make it into different sections. Okay, employee info is there. Let me take one more tab, one column tab. Here I will give you this naming convention as what we can give. We will give generic or something. Okay, generic, and in this I want some sections. So how many column sections? Suppose first is one column section. In again two column section, I am taking three column section, and I am taking four column section. So altogether I am showing you to make a difference. Okay, created on, you can add here, modified on. How the form looks, it will, you can get it here. I'm adding just a fields to it. You need to drag and drop. Simply you need to drag and drop, or you need to select here this section and just double click on this, it will add there. Okay, modified by, and add this. So now you can save this and publish. And now you can refresh this. So once the publish is done, then only you need to refresh this page. Then only the field, see here generic tab got added, and you can see one column section will look like this, two column section will look like this, and three column section will look like this. And if you see here, this is the four column look and overview. Okay, this is how we can add based on the requirement, based on the fields you have. You need to choose either which column tab you need to add for your business, or the client will give you a requirement saying that I need two column section, I need three column section, or I need four column section. Based on that, you will take the column. Here, if you need only four column section, then you don't want, you can remove all three together. So these three you can remove it, and you can keep it this one for your business, and you can add fields here. Okay. So after this, insert, Now here you are having one column tabs we have added, sections we have added, and you see there is a spacer option here. So how this helpful, this spacer is, suppose between name and owner I need some space, then what you need to do is click on name here and give one spacer here. It will give one space. Okay, save it and publish this. Go to the form and refresh this. If you need any requirement like there should be some space between field to field, then you will simply give a spacer, and you see there is a gap between name and owner, and here there is no gap because we have taken only spacer between these two. Okay, and next is spacer is done. Next we can see web resource or iframe we can see. Okay, web resource will be we can take the images into the screens, then we will use the web resources, or javascript we will write, then we will use the web resource. I will tell you later when to use this web resource. And here you see there is another option, iframe. So iframe is nothing but let me take in employee info, not required. Okay, in generic tab only I will take this. I will add one section for this. Insert one column section, and in this section I will add what is called iframe. Iframe and show this. Okay, I have taken one section, and in this section I am taking iframe. So here you see you need to select this tab section and click on iframe. Okay, here you can give your own naming conventions. So what we can give, let us take the same ts dev. Okay, iframe is name is tsdev. So what I need to do here, I need to pass this URL. I am passing this URL here. Okay, whatever our CRM URL, I am passing it here. So whatever URL you give here, this will render in our in our UI part. So don't pass any record. Click on this. I don't want to restrict. Click on OK. Now save it and publish and try once. Now go to generic and let's see either it is appeared. See here, it will load. Now you can see here it is loaded. Our CRM part completely it is loaded here. Whatever the URL you take there, that will load here in a iframe. Okay, and you see here. So here we are having all other sections, and here you can see iframe is a section name, and this section got added here, and you can simply see all application over here, and you can render from here also. Okay, so this is how it will be useful for us for iframes. Whatever URL you pass here, based on that it will choose and it will take it. Next, these all are not required. SA control assistant, these all are not required. Timer is not required. So here timeline is also important. So in order to use this timeline, we need to first go to the form. Okay, minimize this. Go to the solutions. Open the Lenovo solution. Now go to the employees entity. So now you need to click on entity. So you see there are some features available in this entity. So in order to add that attachments available, you need to click on node section. Now I need to include the node section. Okay, how this will be helpful, I will explain you now. So click on these nodes and you need to click on save. See, for system entities, some of the options will be like enabled, but for custom entities, you need to enable as per your business. And once this node is being enabled, this cannot be reverted back. Okay, see here, this option is unchecked because once I give it save and publish, again it will not revert back. Okay, that is the reason we need to enable these options as per the requirements. Now I enable the node section. After enabling it, now come to here, open the form again, go to the employees, click on forms, again click on main form. And now you can see here, insert. See, now timeline option is enabled. Earlier, until unless I enable that node section, this is disabled. I cannot add this. Now you see this is enabled to add. So if you want to add that timeline, come here. Let me add this timeline in employee details section. Okay, I will add this here in employee detail section. Where is it? Employee detail tab you can select, and in the tab I am going to create one section. Take one column section, or instead of here, let me add in general tab only. I will add in general tab. I will add one column section. It will give more space, right? That's why I'm selecting here. And here you can add notes. Click on this here note section. Now you can add timeline. Okay, here you see once I click on timeline, this notes text is added. Double click on it, it will give you the filters. So what all you can add, you can see it here. Okay, now after adding this, just click on OK and save it and publish this. So this is a feature. Notes is a feature. We can add the documents or text files or notepad files, or we can give some text information over here. So now that got published. Now you can refresh the page once. Go to employee details and refresh the page. See here, now note section got added. This is a default feature Microsoft has given for us. We will just enable that section and we will add that notes here and we can use for our business. And if you want to add a note here, suppose test document I'm giving, I can give test doc. Okay, and add note. So here we can write a notes here. So whatever the conversation has happened with client, customer or whatever it is, we can take a notes here. Or else if you want to add a document here, so test doc1, I want to take a document. Now here you see, earlier I added a note here, right? Now there should be attachment. Say here attachment should be there. This is a timeline. This is a note. Should add. Let me add it again. So now this got added, right? So you need to click on OK, and you see here this image got added. Okay, and you can add a note. That image will be added, and you can take it as add a note. So you see here the image is added. So you can select the images and you can include here. Okay, and if you want to sort it by timeline, if you are having multiple documents and if you need to sort it here, you can sort it here. Okay, let me scroll this down. It is okay. Here you see refresh timeline, sort newer to older or sort older to newer. It will take older to top and newer to down, and you can sort based on it, or you can based on search also you can do. Okay, you can filter it. Okay, it depends on how you search. Or if you want to search here doc, click on it, it will give only one document because related to doc there is one document. So this is how the notes section will be helpful for us. And if any documents are feature you need to be enabled based on the client requirement, then we will enable option here. Okay, so if there is any other options, so here there is subgrid. I will explain you again. There is a subgrid, right? When we are into relationships, I will explain about subgrid and quick view form. These two forms I will explain you when we are into subgrid. Now this is done. Now the second option now here is quick create form. I will explain you about now quick create form. So how to create a quick create form. So in order to create a quick create form, as I told you, right, some of the features we need to enable, right? So this quick create form also we need to enable here. You need to double click on this employee entity. So on entity level, we are doing customization. Notes we have enabled. So notes feature is enabled there. Now in the same way, we need to see here quick create form. So see here data services allow quick create. We need to select this option. If you see for system entities, let me add the account entity also into this solution. Add entity and select the account entity here and click on OK. And now you select your account, click on finish. Okay, now account entity got added. Now if you double click on this account entity and you see here this option is enabled by default. For system entity, for account, this option is enabled, and you see notes also enabled for that. Okay, now if you want to see where you can see the quick create, here you see there is an option, quick create option. Okay, here there is a plus symbol, right? Click on plus symbol and click on account here. See here account only with a few information is required here, because if for business they want to create an account quickly, suppose assume there are 50 fields, out of which 10 fields are mandatory. You need to fill all information in this form. Okay, in account assume there are 10 fields to be filled. You need to fill all the fields and you need to save the form. But for business, there can be another option where they can fill that form very quickly and they can save it. Suppose assume only this one form is required, only this one field is required here and the rest all fields is optional. Then they will directly click on it and this record will be saved. One minute, it is loading. With same name another record is there, that is why it is giving an error. Just take it as test 11 and save it. Now this record will be saved, and if you want to see that test 11 I saved it, right? You can see here test 11 is added now. So quickly, without without disturbing or without adding all the field information, I will just create a quick create and I can use it. And now you see here in plus symbol, you cannot find. Here you see only account, case, contact and lead. Only these four options you are able to see, because here we have selected these four entities, system entities, and these four entities is available for quick create. Okay, if you click on suppose contact, you can create a quick, this is a quick create contact form. Okay, and if you see on account, and this is a quick create account form, here we can fill this information. In the same way, now I am going to enable for my employee entity which I created as a custom. So for that, go to the solutions again and go to the employee entity, double click on it on the employee, and next here you will see allow quick create. Select this allow quick create option, save it and publish. So now client says I have multiple fields to be filled here. Instead of filling, say, assume there are 15 fields, out of which 6 fields are mandatory. Okay, then the requirement will be I don't want all to be filled. I want quick create to be they don't know the feature. There is a quick create. They will say as a requirement I have multiple fields as mandatory, but there should be some option where I cannot fill all the fields, but I will fill only 1 or 2 fields as mandatory and I will save the record. Then you will give an option here to create a quick create form. You will suggest and you will enable that feature. After enabling the feature, refresh the page. So save and publish is mandatory for anything, save and publish. Now here you need to come and see it should be enabled. I think publish is not done properly. Let me publish it again. Allow quick create, save it and publish. So now you given this option as allow quick create, and you have enabled this feature. Once you enable this feature, if you want to remove it, you can remove it as well. Okay. Now here you need to go to the forms and create one quick create form. So you want to see that form, right? So then there should be a quick create form. So select here quick create form is the fourth option. Main form, quick view form, quick create form, and call form. So select the quick create form. Okay, now only name field is required. Rest all is not required for me, or else there is another field which is important in quick create to be filled. Suppose details I need to fill. Then 7 close. This is a field. This is how we will create a field. Okay, details field I created as a custom. I will show you tomorrow anyhow, but I just created one field as details. This is a custom field. You can add it here. These two are required in order to proceed with we create details. Save it and publish. Okay, once publish is done. Okay, now publish is done. Come back and refresh the page once. See here now employee got added, and click on this employee, name and details fields are available. You will just fill these two fields and you will save the record. Okay, test record I have created. Go to here and see there is test record created.